This weekly Blender competition is brought to you by Grant Abbott. Grant Abbott provides Blender tutorials for beginners and experienced users such as sculpting, modeling, texturing, animating, and a lot more. So make sure you check out his channel and Discord if you haven't already. You can find a link in the description. Welcome at the 4th weekly Blender competition, which the subject was to create a special Christmas tree. I'm going to choose a first, second and third place winner. We have exactly 3 entries, but on the end I will also have a bonus art which I will give some critics and compliments on, but more about that you will hear at the end. Now our first entry is of me. Not me as in person, but me as the person that joined the competition. He likes it a lot that I'm getting confused with this name messed up. It's okay. He says, this entry is from me, as in me, not me. Well, there you go. I hope you have your fun. And you created a very special Christmas tree. I super duper like this artwork here, what you've done. And I also like that you have joined the monthly competition, which was a winter scene, with your art. I like it that I can hear what Grant actually had to say, and Grant was very surprised about your art. I like his reaction onto this. I like this art a lot. I really like the idea of a Christmas tree made out of bones, which a dog thinks it very delicious. I also like that you gave this dog some decoration and a red glowing nose. And I also really like how the tree is visible in his eyes, which gives it a very cartoonish idea when someone is thinking about money, for example. Most of the time you see the money icon in the eyes. In this case it's the tree. I like that a lot. And some critics here, I would have loved to see something which makes it more logic to have the tree stand onto something. It's very pointy here. And I could imagine this tree would just fall down, but that's just something very small. Another thing that would have been fun if you added some water drop onto his tongue, that it's very making his mouth extra watery. Maybe you can learn how to, add this front leg more into the body. Which this almost seems to be perfect, and this is just like it sticks right in there. But overall, I really like this one. You added a little bit of glare to it. Not too much. That's also an important thing, to not add too much glare. This is just perfect. And maybe add this to a background, because when things are transparent, then at some point the glare will just fall away. But overall, I really like this idea. It's definitely a special Christmas tree. So well done, me, as the person that has joined. The second entry is of Luna Lotus, which is a very special Christmas tree. I really like the idea of this cake, and you had something to say to a small Christmas tree cake. Did run out of time, so not many details added, which is okay. I'm happy that you joined. It's very good that you have joined and at least have something down here. I really like this idea of Christmas tree as a cake. You made a plate with it, which is glass, very clear to see that. You added some texture on the wooden table, some candles with it. A nice little snowman. I know for sure if you would have a little bit more time, it would be very nice. Now the only thing that with this kind of renders, I really miss sometimes like the shadows onto things, or where the light is coming from. But that's things you can learn. But overall, I really like this picture. It also gives me the idea that this is like a plastic candlelight with batteries inside. Yeah, that feeling is what I get. Maybe for next time you can add in a HDRI, which will give a little bit more dimension to the overall artwork. And yeah, I just hope for next time that you will have some more time. I really like these entries, so very nice job, Luna Lotus. The third entry and the last one for this competition is from TCTZQ, which Let me just see, had nothing to say, which is okay. Joining is already very well. And you have been saying something in the overall chat, something about that it didn't work out quite well with the snow. When I seen this picture first time, I was actually one to mention maybe you could add some flying snow. But apparently, now I'm zooming this in, you do have some snow added. Now, I don't know if you added a little bit of an emission to it. When you add a little bit of emission, it will just give it a little bit more color to it, so it don't disappear into the background. I like this idea in overall. It looks like it's in space. And, you have a snow globe with you. Can I read this text? Christmas magic is in the air. We miss you a lot. Happy New Year, Mom and Dad. I like the storyline on this. I really do like the overall color. It's nice and orangey everywhere, except for here, which, even though you can clearly see the lamps into your eyes, I still get drawn to this here. I like it in overall. The only thing that I would say that could have been better is just snow overall inside itself. Maybe you could have took the inside of the glass and then copied a separate object, take the ground, copied a separate object, and then let the particle system just join those objects together and let the particle system blow out the snow from the inside. Then it probably will also blow out here. Anything else, it's difficult to say. I really just, you got the colors on point. It really get drawn to this. It's very, very, very nice. So good job with that TCQ. Now, as I was saying, we have a bonus. Now, this is of course not a weekly entry, but I wanted to just give some critic onto this. And this is from Frank Drabin, if I pronounced it the right way, because he's been working so hard on this art to late night, and he doesn't have too much time, and I could tell he really wanted to have some critic on this. Compliments. He done a very, very nice job. I really like the scene overall with the drunk snowmans. The light is very nice. Now there are some small things that I would say that should have been different. One of the biggest things actually is this building here at the side. I can help but noticing that if you look at this door, these are double doors, right? And they have a height of this. If you take the height to this door, then you can see this door here is gigantic. This door actually ends up underneath the ceiling down here, which you can really tell how much space there is. So this door is very, very big. So what I would recommend then is try to get this door at least at the same height of this door, because most doors all have the same heights. Now it's just very gigantic. I really like this store though. I really like that you can just look inside there. It really gives me a feeling that I'm playing an old school game. Very nice. I like the whole idea of this temperature. It's so bright. It's like, yo, look at me. And I'm certainly looking at it. And it's a shame of the car. I seen you showed pictures of this car, how beautiful it was, and now it is completely destroyed with some drunken snowman. I really like this idea that he crashed. Now, I would only want to say turn off the emission onto the light itself, because now it's still on, but you don't see any light coming off from it. So having this light turn off would have been, I think, better. Maybe put some chromey stuff inside of the lamp area itself. But overall, very nice car. And I can also help that I notice like the stars are really almost falling onto the ground here. From what I've seen in pictures, even if there are no trees, no hills, nothing, on such a distance the star never reached the ground. there is always a sort of glow coming off from the earth, so the stars will just start fading away slowly, and then maybe you could have added an emission plane in the length behind there, and then if you would do the what is it called? Let me just check that out. It's called compositor, right? And then you add some of this glow, not glare, but this glowish effect, then it would fade out like up. Same idea actually with this moon. I really like this moon, and I really like this effect what is coming off, and this effect is something that would have worked out onto the back plate here. And another thing that I noticed, I mean, you've been working so hard on this with the less amount of time you had, is that this wire here is all of a sudden, yeah, if it's a wire or not, maybe it's just a steel wire with lamps onto it, but I believe it's not by the look of those guys down there, is that all of a sudden here it cracks up for some reason. It would have been nice if it was still straight onto it, going with the flow of the fallen lamp onto it. I really like this guy in the back. To be real honest, when I seen your artwork and I was reading this, I was like, what would Frank do? I really was reading this first and tried to encode, and then I seen this down here, and I thought exactly what is reading here about this. That was a funny thing. Now another thing, is this only a snowman's world, or are there also humans, or are the snowmen coming alive? Because if this is a snowman's world, or the snowman should have been a little bit bigger, because this guy is barely coming up in this ticket booth. The same goes for this door, like if this guy cannot even open this door. So maybe scale the snowman a little bit up. That is actually all I have got to say. I really like this Frank. So, good job on that one. Probably enough, you're not in for the win here, because I have to choose one of these three guys. And to be real honest, I always like to look at how much did someone work towards the subject, which was to create a special Christmas tree, so not something ordinary. Which I find it a shame that TCQ did not create a special Christmas tree. It's just a a normal Christmas tree. The scene is very nice though. I really like that. It's the colors are on point. I really like how it has a little bit of a story. Someone is away from home. You got this from mom and dad. Something apparently happened. It broke. But the tree is not special, and that is actually something that I'm looking for, something that I would like to give critic on. If I didn't say special, this certainly would have not been created, or this one down here. So for the third place, maybe people won't agree with it, but for the third place, as in the subject to create a special Christmas tree, it's gonna be TCQ. So congratulations with the third place. Everything is on point except for the Christmas tree. So next time, try to work towards the subject. For the second place, I am going to choose for Luna Lotus. Even though she have a special Christmas tree, as in a cake, I really like this idea. You were saying you don't have enough time, then I know for sure if you have enough time, you can create something much better than this. Just try to add an HDRI or something to give a little bit more effect on the overall of this work. But you've done a nice job. I really like this cake. So congratulations, Luna Lotus, with the second place. And of course, the first place is going to be me. Not me as person. I'm going to call you Mai. That's maybe a better idea. So Mai, congratulations with the first place. You just did an outstanding job at creating a super special Christmas tree. It looks very good. I like the story with the dog. Just do something with the tips I gave you about just little things about water drop, or create this better. Create a better seamless effect between the body and the front leg. Maybe the stand for next time. Overall, I really like this idea. So congratulations with the first place, Mai. So this was a small one, but I'm glad you guys joined, and I really like these arts in overall. The next competition is gonna take again some time because Christmas and Happy New Year stuff. So for the next time, for the next weekly challenge, after this one we will start the normally weekly challenges again. I want you to create some fireworks, so you can create a still image. I want to say special firework, but that's not going to work. You can create something. You can create a still image, or you can create a animation. If you create an animation that is like too large to drop in Discord, then drop it on Google Drive. Just make it without sound, Google stuff, YouTube stuff, and demonetization. Cannot pronounce that word. Yes, the deadline will be January 7. 2300 hours GMT. So in this case you have like you got like 2 weeks, because of the days. Anything else? I wish all of you guys a very good blending 2020, happy holidays and all that kind of stuff, and don't blow off your fingers with fireworks. And thank you all, and the other one for the last time that have joined this weekly challenge. Make sure you subscribe to my channel for more Blender, and also questions and requests are welcome anytime.